Hello everybody and welcome to the VR Sim Racing channel. Today I've got a mod for you that probably isn't the most detailed in the world. At the end of the day, I can't knock these mods. It's something that I could never do. I drive around them, people create them, so I can't knock them in that sense, but as you will see, there are more detailed mods out there, especially free roam mods, so this is just a little roll around just to see that you do have levels when it comes to mods. You have stuff that's up here. I class Sun City is really high. It absolutely kills your GPU, without a doubt. It's a pain in the arse in that sense, but it's a beautiful mod to look at. Everything is so finely detailed. It's not like things have been copied and pasted across. It looks like there's been a lot of detail and a lot of time put in. So really, today is just kind of to show you City 2010. What? You'll find out. The roads aren't the most detailed, the backgrounds and textures aren't the most detailed, but it's a mod. Someone's created it, so I've got to give them respect in this. And really, it's just kind of a little drive around and a little chat, really, just to kind of say hello to people, to grasp on who watches the videos, what's your level of knowledge, what got you into like the sim racing scene or just the driving scene, PC wise, or even if you drive cars, like in real life in that sense. Like me, I've got a work van. I've not got a fast car. I don't really class myself as a very fast driver. Well, I probably do. I probably have my moments where I think I'm Senna, and then I realise that I'm probably more Boris Johnson when it comes to doodling about. But I try. So really, I just thought I'd kind of go on a little drive with you, have a little chat. I'll let you know kind of how I got into this in a weird way. Because believe me, okay, let's get going. Believe me, when it came to like computers and stuff like that, before lockdown, I knew nothing about computers, absolutely nothing. I used to make music, I still do, but I had like a very crap production PC. Why am I trying to change the gear? That doesn't work. Um, if anything went wrong, I had kind of people that I'd call and I'd go, make it better, and luckily they did for me. So, but during lockdown, I started watching YouTube videos. There's a channel called Adamant IT, and I watched him. His name's Graham, and I watched him kind of building computers and putting and fixing computers. He's actually a PC and laptop repair place, and he does videos on YouTube. See, this is where, yeah, if you take these fast, then you will roll and you will die. But yeah, and so I started watching his videos on kind of how to build computers, and I built kind of my first computer, and it was really weird. I built a computer, and it was far too powerful for music production. I had a graphics card that I didn't need for music production, and so bear in mind, like before this, all I'd my my last computer that I actively brought games for, I went out of my way to actually hunt down new releases, was the Sega Dreamcast. So it's been that long since I've actually had a personal computer or a computer of any kind, really, in that sense, for gaming. And so I've jumped kind of from Dreamcast graphics wise to what you see around you now, really, and what I've been uploading. So that's why I kind of made the made the channel for the videos, because there must be more people like me that maybe didn't get into the gaming scene and was probably a step or two away from it. Maybe you just went round your mates and played the computer. I played a few games around my mates, FIFA. Well, we'll go this way. I used to play Call of Duty around my mate's house and like Battlefield, but I used to class myself more as target practice. It was bad, really bad, honestly. But some people got XP off of me, so respect. Really, that was kind of it. I didn't really look into gaming. I got like I got into music production because I used to DJ. So instead of sitting in front of a computer screen playing games, I was just looking at vocal samples and beat patterns. I probably had more of a boring time, to be honest. There's probably a bit more enjoyment in actually playing games than when you're making music and you have kind of the template and you're putting it together and it's kind of the same rigmarole each time. And but then maybe that's because I wasn't that good. You never know. But yeah, really, that was kind of me getting into the whole gaming scene. What was really yeah, like I said, I've come in super late. I'm guessing the way that it's going with all of like the graphics cards and stuff like that, with scalping and the amount of people that's probably got into gaming during lockdown. Like I said, it's probably not a single scenario that it's me, or yeah, it's probably more of a wider case scenario that other people are in my position too, that have kind of come from not really having gaming around them to jumping into 2021 gaming. What I gotta admit is definitely it's a million miles away from the Dreamcast, without a doubt. But really, that's kind of me. That's kind of me, how I got where into the sim scene and into the different games I played the F1 2020 game, and I got really into that. I started watching Arava, his channel, and so that kind of got me into it because I watch F1. I got into F1 really late, actually. I hated it as a kid. I didn't really understand cars just driving around in circles, in a sense. I was just out playing football all the time. That was my thing. I'd rather watch a football game that was 0-0 than watch a race that had a lot more excitement in it, ironically. And so, so yeah. So I kind of got into F1 late, and then got the F1 2020 game when I first built my computer. Played that. Then I got in, then I started going, I brought Assetto Corsa, but then the jump from the F1 2020 game to Assetto Corsa felt like a massive leap. Like, the F1 game, granted, if you turn everything off, you can push the limits a bit more with the F1 game, and you will slide out like an idiot, but it's not like Assetto Corsa. Like, Assetto Corsa does bite you. It's a bit like AM2. I find that's a nice game if you want to have a bit of fun, getting the arse out, going around corners. It feels like you have a lot more control on the accelerator with AM2. I don't know if it's just the physics or the logic of the game. I don't know. Like, I learned how to build like computers a little bit, not how to bloody program games, so I wouldn't know that. But yeah, I Project Cars. I think Project Cars to me is kind of your step between F1 game and Assetto Corsa. I think to me that's what Project Cars is. I may annoy people in that, but I've got R Factor 2. I haven't played it that much, to be honest, because the VR in it is kind of weird. Like, the menu screens and stuff like that. I think AM2 has really good menu screens for VR. Assetto Corsa kind of just jumps you into it. That's what kind of really threw me off with Assetto Corsa with VR at the start. because you don't actually get the VR point of view until you get into the race. What was really strange, and I always just thought, oh, my VR's not working. Great. And it turned out it was. So really, yeah, that's kind of my journey in. I've probably just waffled for the last 10 minutes about crap. Result. But yeah, that's just kind of a little bit of understanding of where I'm coming from. We'll go along here because there is an endless sky just over there, and if you fall into it, you will die forever. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into the whole scene, and well, I say scene, like the rave scene or something like that. No, that's how I started playing kind of racing games and simulated games and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm a noob. I don't see myself as being up there with like your like Boosted Media and uh, uh, Jimmy B. Not like that. You got sim people out there that have actually got some skill. But I like to think that I'm kind of like a Norman's point of view towards things. Like, I may not come in and start going, oh yeah, well this car has massive understeer and this car has this. But I might go that, well, this car sounds fucking brilliant and it feels like a right laugh to drive. I probably wouldn't be able to give you like setup tips. I couldn't set up a bloody piss up in a brewery at the moment, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, this is my journey, and so I'm kind of documenting my journey along the way to the whole like 3 or 4 people that watch my videos, and it'll be nice to hear how you got onto your journey and how you got going really into this. What was your spark? I think my spark was seeing the F1 races when we first had lockdown, and I saw them on YouTube, and I kind of glanced at them for a second, and I saw kind of there was like a live like thing on the top. Whoops, heckin'. But yeah, and it blew me away, the graphics, because I'd never really looked at kind of racing graphics and stuff like that, and that's the one thing I say about Codemaster. The F1 games look amazing. They look beautiful. They might not be up there in the on like the simulation side, but they're beautiful games. And that was kind of my spark, and then it kind of rolled like a tumbleweed across my life, and now I've not only got like a studio setup for music that I have to explain. Oh shit! That I have to explain to people about, what gets really fecking tedious. Now I've got like a sim rig that I've got to explain to people about. So I must look like such a fecking Norman. It's unreal. But yeah. But this is my journey. It'll be lovely to hear about your journey, and yeah, this is just a kind of little drive and chat, and hopefully my webcam's lasted out because I know the power was low. So but yeah, a little drive and chat. I thought I'd do this as this free roam is probably on the lower end of design and playability. As you can see, a lot of the roads are really bouncy and stuff like that. So I thought me driving around for 10 minutes going, oh, look, we've got the same background there, the same background there. Like I said, it's very copy and paste, and the roads kind of show, but still respect to whoever made this. I can barely make a cup of tea at times, so if someone's out making stuff for games, modding stuff, so respect to them. But I'd say this is City 2010. It is what it is. It's not the best in the world. Maybe download it if you want to see something like this. That's the only reason I would say to download it, to be honest. It's not anything to look forward to. You're not going to get any sort of feedback from driving around here, other than hoping that you don't fall over. Really, that's it. Slow down now. Yeah, really, that's it for me today. And thank you to everyone that tunes in and to listen to me waffling away about crap. And remember, hit like, share, and subscribe. And let's go on a little wing down here. Oh. See. Oh, he's held it. Ah, my handbrake don't work. Ah! Yeah, this is a Tesla Roadster that I downloaded. I had some other Teslas downloaded, but they kept getting errors. So, because I had the Cybervan downloaded, and that just wouldn't load. It just had a massive error. Oh, this is a long straight though. Shall we go straight off the edge and we'll call it that? See how last we can do. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video.